Welcome, fellow EdCats. You've made it to Block 1A of the Professional Education Program and are well on your way to becoming a teacher. My name is Carla Ramirez, and I will be reflecting on my experience in core teaching skills for fall 2022. Topics of discussion will be characteristics of an effective teacher, growth of practical wisdom, don't let lesson planning freak you out, teacher and student connection, my field experience practicum, and a reflection of my own personal growth as a student and a teacher, along with some advice for future Block 1A EdCats. Now, let's get started with the first topic, characteristics of an effective teacher. For me, an effective teacher displays all of the characteristics here. An effective teacher is someone who is prepared. When they walk into the classroom, they are prepared to get down to business. They put in the time and effort into their lessons and know the strategies they will use to teach the lesson. Simple things like photocopying the worksheets ahead of time makes a difference because you never know when the copy machine will be down. You don't want to put yourself in an unnecessary bind. An effective teacher also clarifies. Always keep things in simple terms. Help your students understand the content by not going overboard on terminology. Use visual aids when you can, slides when you can, include videos that will enhance lessons, and use teaching strategies that are best for your learners. They are also positive. I cannot stress enough how much your attitude and demeanor can affect student learning. If you are excited to take on the day, your students will feed off of that. Your positive attitude will motivate your students to learn. Be enthused about the lesson, and of course, get your students involved in some fun activities. An effective teacher is also patient. I think this is an important quality to have in life in general, but especially as a teacher. My cooperating teacher gave me some good advice this year, and I'd like to share with you. She said to always think about how it was for you when you were learning something for the first time. More than likely, you weren't able to grasp everything, right? Well, it is the same for other students. Give them time to process information and to answer questions. Learning can be hard for your students, and I don't want to leave out to be patient with parents and families as well. We don't know how it is in our students' households, and we never will get a true grasp of it. So be compassionate, be understanding, and be patient with them as well. And the last characteristic of an effective teacher is going the extra mile. It is so easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of the day, but try to do your best to make that extra effort to make a student feel special or help them achieve something. Check in with your students when you notice that something's off, or even on the typical mundane days. Give that extra support to a student. It means the world to them. The next topic of discussion is my personal growth in practical wisdom. This is actually one of my biggest takeaways from this class, recognizing the importance of practical wisdom inside and outside of the classroom. Practical wisdom is doing the right things for good reasons in the best ways. In time, we all develop our sense of practical wisdom the longer we are in this field. Take the time to reflect on your decisions so you can formulate what is most important to you as a teacher. Is it the best thing to penalize a student for turning in the best paper they've ever written late? Think about how your decision will affect their effort on the next assignment. Will that grade um, give them or make them feel disheartened to do their best in the future? In teaching, we learn that sometimes the best thing to focus on is rewarding a student for their best effort. The third topic of discussion is lesson planning. My first recommendation is to not let yourself get freaked out when you first approach the lesson plan assignment. Dr. Goodson and Professor Myers do a great job breaking down how to approach lesson planning and everything you'll need to know to include in it. Also, like Goodson and Myers mentioned, it is okay to fail. Take it in stride because failing is a part of the learning process. Lastly, the lesson plan assignment is broken down into 3 parts and you will have opportunities for revision. Yay. So don't stress it, my people. Teacher and student connection. The one relationship that will make or break the classroom learning environment is the connection you will build with your student. No significant learning can occur without a significant relationship with them in place. There are so many things you can do to build that trusting connection with students. Make them feel heard and make them feel seen by getting to know them. Give them their moment to share and contribute. Learn their interests, make them feel valued. It doesn't take any grand gestures to make a connection with your students. Just be there for them when they need it. And yes, you will need to complete service hours for this class. This is something I didn't know about since I had just transferred into the program. So, if you are a global online student like myself and live in another state, make sure to get started on setting up your placement as soon as possible. Do not wait. So, I chose to complete my service hours at Manorview Elementary School, located on Fort Meade in Maryland. I had a wonderful learning experience here. I was able to work with students inside classrooms as a sort of teacher's aide in multiple grade levels. I also was a lunch and recess monitor for first, fourth, and fifth graders. I honestly was everywhere. Even though I moved around a lot, I was able to spend a lot of time working in a first grade class in particular. This is where I had a lot of learning opportunities. I definitely had to multitask many times. I oftentimes had like 2 to 3 or even 4 students coming up to me at the same time and all speaking to me at the same time. So I had to learn to navigate the situations. I worked out managing classroom behavior. I got some practice with giving clear explanations. And the best thing was, I had an amazing time. I'm really thankful for the experience. So, my last topic of discussion today will be a short reflection of my experience in this class and my advice to future core teaching skills at CATS. So, at the beginning of the semester, I honestly felt like ill prepared and also like a little intimidated. I just transferred into K State and was given a schedule with like the most classes I've ever taken at one time. So I was definitely worried. Um, I started the semester with stress, I think, even before the semester started. And then as the weeks started to go by, I definitely felt more stress as the semester picked up. So each week is going to be a challenge that you can achieve one step at a time, like I did. Each module will give you so much information that you will use in your service learning and take with you into other blocks. So do the reading, take the time to research discussion board topics, participate in those discussion boards, reply to as many classmates as you can. Definitely watch the weekly videos and reach out to your instructors because they are there for you for sure. So I wish all of you good luck in this class. You're going to do great. You're going to learn a lot. And go Cats.